Let's answer once and for all whether carb motorcycle sync gauges or carb vacuum gauges are accurate or not. Welcome to Urban Monk TV. So I've done some carb sync videos in the past, both on my GS550 4-cylinder and on my V-twin V-Strom, and I got more than one comment saying that these type of gauges that you can buy pretty inexpensively on eBay or Amazon or lots of sources, they're not accurate is the accusation, and I want to address whether these are accurate or not. So what are these? These are a mechanical vacuum gauge. They work by a process called mechanical deflection, and they measure the differential between a vacuum or a pressure and a fixed source. How does that compare to the other option, which is considered more accurate, the manometer? A manometer measures that differential in pressure between your source and atmospheric pressure. And of course your atmospheric pressure really is unchanging in the moment. It's extremely accurate. The concern is probably rooted in a concern that between the manufacturer of each of these separate vacuum gauges, that there's some variation in that mechanical structure, and thus a variation in the mechanical deflection. There may be slight, but does it matter? This is nothing against manometers, it's just saying, are these still accurate enough for what we're doing? Let's talk about that. What level of accuracy is necessary to tune a motorcycle engine adequately? Not that precise, frankly. If you get them ballpark close, you're doing well, your engine's gonna run fine. Enough said about that. So how am I gonna test these gauges? The first thing people sometimes, I would guess, fail to recognize is that these are adjustable. You can take the glass off the front of these. This one is quite stuck. And there's an adjustment screw. Can you see this one? Right here. And as I turn this, I can affect, you're not going to be, there we go. I can affect a change in this gauge. So the first thing I'm going to do is set these all exactly the same, which I had already. So they're all just right at the top in a resting position at the top of this white 0 zone. There. So now we've started at the same 0. Now, I want to put the same vacuum on all 4 of these gauges, and that's simple enough. I'm coming out of these 2 gauges down to a T. Same thing on these 2. Down to a T, and then those 2 T's, one there, come to this T, which then goes through this tube, back up, to a single vacuum source. This one pump is going to pull one vacuum pressure across all 4 gauges. So, as I begin to pull or to pump the vacuum pump and bring the same vacuum, let's just go right there. They're all reading exactly the same. Looks like I've got a slow leak here because they're all returning back to 0 at the same rate. Little tiny variations there, that doesn't matter for a motorcycle carb sync job. You're never going to notice this tiny variation from each of these. Whoops, I hit the release valve. And they all return to 0 in the same place. Now, it's important to mention when you're using a set of these, I've seen these sold without these little valves, and without those, because of the reciprocating action of an internal combustion engine, piston going up and down, the needles will just bounce like crazy without this. This, when you close it, like nearly closed, it stabilizes the needles. So if you are buying a set of these, just make sure they come with these little valves because they're an important piece. For this test, I had them pretty much wide open. So, for my motorcycles and yours and every motorcycle, these are accurate enough. Just adjust them. So I will be using these soon in the next episode when I do a carburetor sync on my GS550, which is a 4-cylinder engine. And so stay tuned for that video. And if you like what I'm doing, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to become an urban monk, subscribe. Thanks for watching.